Hello, everybody. Welcome to International Ball live webcast. Today, I have the great pleasure of hosting Thailand's men's head coach, Chris Daleo, a U.S. vet who has won multiple championships there in East Asia and is there to compete uh, for the FIBA Asia Cup Indonesia 2021 qualifiers this weekend. Hello, Chris. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you? That's a big question. You're the boss, so I want to make sure you're doing okay.
I'm not too bad. Thank you for doing this. I know you just arrived literally out of the airport about, 12 hours ago?
Yes, we landed in Manila, and then it's a 2-hour bus ride to the hotel, no swipe, and then up to your room and wait for the results. And hopefully the results on everybody is good.
Good, good. What is the atmosphere like there in Philippines, and how have you come along in terms of preparation for this games?
Well, here in the Philippines, the excitement for the games is very high because Philippines last night beat Korea, which was a huge win, for this country. So everybody's buzzing about the win. It was a buzzer beater. Korea came down and hit a 3 to tie with 2.3 seconds left, and then Philippines came down and hit a bank shot 3 to win it. And they call it the Korean curse here in the Philippines, and that's been lifted. So Tab Baldwin, the coach, may run for Congress or something, or president here after that win, because everybody here is just ecstatic about that big win, But for us, we're here in quarantine until our results come back, and then it should be practice tonight for 40. They give you 45 minutes, so you're on the court for 45 minutes. So I have to map everything out. We have to get on the court right away, and away we go. Practice today, practice tomorrow, and then 2 games.
So a lot of the teams have seemed to have been able to put together a very younger team in these competitions. How do you feel your chances taking on such big teams like South Korea, to start the tournament with?
Well, to be honest with you, I really don't pay too much attention. I do, in a sense of like what are the other teams' tendencies and what all they do. But for me, I try to focus on just the things that we have to do to prepare to win. How's their defensive philosophies? How's their defensive transition? If we do all the things that we do correctly, it gives us a chance, to compete and to win. It's when we have a breakdown of what we're trying to do is when things can go haywire. So as far as the team, the Thailand team, the construction of it, I really don't have a say in that. Management, for the most part, puts together the team. This is what they give you. And we've been practicing for about 2 weeks and a day. So it is what it is, man. Away we go, right? I mean, you can't complain about it. You're working, you're doing the job that you love. So let's do good things.
Absolutely. So let's talk about a young team like South Korea. How do you prepare for a game to take on such a big team that has such a high level professional league and proven track record in East Asia?
Well, we played Korea in the first window, and we lost by 7, which was big for Thailand. We were disappointed in the loss, but we only lost by 7. So we really, it really was an eye opener for a lot of our players. So like, hey, we can go compete here. We can compete. So that was a good thing. Now coming into the teams have changed. Coaches have changed. Korea changed their coaching staff. They brought in, their naturalized player, big body, 6'8" player, big, strong. So that we didn't face him first window. Tyler Lamb, which is arguably one of our better players, our naturalized player, he's not playing with us. So our dynamic has changed a little bit. But for me, it's just a great opportunity to get on the floor and compete. You want to put forth a good product on the floor. You want to show people that your team is well coached. And it's a great experience for our players just not to just come and just play, but to come with the mindset that we're going to go compete. We're going to go compete against everybody or anybody. And that's something that I've tried to instill here in Thailand, and really with any of my teams, is let's go and let's fight and let's go compete. And that's what's exciting and good to me.
These preparations under these conditions with the COVID-19 and everything that's been happening, all kinds of protocols in place, processes, procedures, it makes it almost difficult to put teams together under such circumstances. And granted, it's for everybody. But is there anything that you feel that teams can do more in terms of in such format of bubble tournament like?
For me, it was, our window of preparation was very short. It really was 2 weeks and just a couple of days. And in those couple of days, you still have to do a photo shoot. Players still have to travel to and from practice. There's injuries that come into play. So there's other factors that are involved. It's just not straight practice time. So for me, it just was being prepared and just honing in on certain drills that I felt were more important. The drills that were secondary, I really didn't focus on that stuff. We kind of did a lot of the same drills over and over and over again, the repetition, the muscle memory of those drills, just so we could just hone in on, like I said, transition defense, our sideline baseline defense, our pick and roll defense. And I just tried to hammer that stuff home every day. And it got a little monotonous, to be honest with you, because we didn't play any games or scrimmages against other teams. So, but I just felt you just got to hammer it home, because that's the foundation of what you're trying to do. So that was the approach that I took.
Absolutely. And obviously the region is, preparing for a big time tournament like the FIBA World Cup that's going to be hosted in 2023. With this movement towards being, bringing the local countries there in the region, in Philippines, for example, is that like a preparation for the World Cup maybe with these games?
I don't know. I mean, the Philippines has done an outstanding job with all their protocols and everything else concerning COVID. We're in a bubble here in Clark, and everybody, everything is sanitized and wrapped up, and you walk into the door, everybody's all maxed up and clothed, so they've really done above and beyond, I think, to take care of all that. But, for me and my club, we played Korea well the first window, and then the Philippines game was canceled. Then we went to the second window, and we had Philippines twice in Indonesia. Now, I didn't come in for the second window. After the first window, the loss to Korea put us, I thought, in a good spot, to advance, depending on what we did second window. And Thailand did not do well in the second window. They got beat by Philippines bad twice, and they got beat by Indonesia. So they brought me back for the third window now, and it's a long shot for us because of the hole that Thailand dug in the second window. But I can't concern myself with that. I just want to go, and my players know this. We're just going to go compete, and I'd love to get the wins in order to advance. I love to be on the big stage. I love my team to take part and stuff like that. But we'll just have to wait and see.
How do you like your chances against the second game? Moving on against Indonesia coming on Sunday.
Indonesia, they host the next round. So they're really putting their best foot forward. And you can see, in bits and pieces, Indonesia is spending the money, spending the time, spending the effort to really work on their national team. And you can see it. I mean, just with all the posts of the progress that they're making with naturalizing, a player like Lester Prosper, Brandon Jawato, players like that, signing their coach, taking care of their business. They're really taking it serious, and they're really going after it, which is great. It's great for basketball in the region. But for us, and I've instilled this, hopefully I've instilled this in my players. It doesn't matter who we face. It doesn't matter. We have to do what we do. And if we do that, we can hang with people, and we can compete, and we can win ball games. So Indonesia is going to be a very tough game. Korea certainly is going to be a tough game, but that's what it's all about. I mean, that's competing, and that's what you want to do, and that's why we do this business. We don't run and hide or shirk, run away from stuff like this. This is let's go. Get your can of soda, get your caffeine going, and let's go play. And that's what we live for. So I'm happy about that.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Chris, for doing this with us, giving us an update. I know it's you just arrived there literally, and you're going straight to work. I don't know if you slept last night, but again, I really appreciate your time and giving the International Bowl family a good update about your work, the final work you're doing in Thailand and the national team.
Yeah, thank you. Well, what I'm going to do right now is I have to go wash my shirt in the sink because I can't do laundry here because I'm under quarantine. So I'm going to have to wash my shirt and socks in the sink and hang them up. That's the next thing on my list.
Well, a little bit of house cleaning duties always in order.
Yes.
So, well, wish you good luck with that. Thanks again. Let's get you back after the tournament. Hopefully, we can hear about your success.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Tom, for giving me a call and have a great day.
Thank you. You as well.
Okay.